Everybody gets up at 2:30 in the morning to meet a guy at 4 a.m. over in Ohio to buy 3 trucks and then comes back all before 6 a.m., right? Right? Welcome to Bullman Built RC. I am Matt, your favorite YouTuber's least favorite YouTuber. And today I'm going to show you some trucks that I literally just went and bought. It's like 5:45 right now. And I ran over to Ohio real fast, bought 3 trucks, and ran back. Got up pretty early this morning, but it is what it is, and I got trucks. So I'm going to go over these and kind of, give you the rundown as usual. So here we go. First up, I have this. I'm not sure if I actually plan on keeping this or if I'm going to offload it. I kind of just got it in the package deal because it made all the rest of the trucks cheaper, and I'm pretty sure I can get my money back out of this pretty quickly. So I just kind of picked it up. I may just get it running, throw some electronics in it, and kind of just move it on down the line. I do kind of want to fix it, I guess, but I don't know if that's just me wanting to fix everything because it's not correct because I'm OCD and ADD. But these don't rust, so all the rust damage and stuff is just unrealistic, and to me just kind of looks weird. So these would have been aluminum. They'll corrode if you scratch them and things like that. Like you'll have that like white powdery, I don't even know what the hell that's called, but it would never rust except for I think like the corners or something. I don't remember. Anyway, so basically, first off, we have, it's got dirty windows that we've used the old wiper trick with the tape and everything. It has a canopy top. The top is broken. I'm not 100% sure. Damn, it's broken in a lot of places. I do have the topper off of my other D90, so I may be able to just swap those around. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I can fix this. It is broken in what feels like quite a few spots. Like, that is not just broken, that's shattered. Anyway, so the less work I put into it, obviously, the better, but it is missing a grill. I'll have to figure something out there. It does have a really cool bumper. It has the headlight surrounds and a grill surround, and it's got this huge stinger. Stinger's a little much. Maybe you could like bend it back or lop it off and redo, I don't know, something. But I mean, you're definitely not flipping over forward. You're also not coming up to any incline in any distance because you've got like, I don't know, what is that? It's like 10 or 12 inches, right? I'm not 100% sure, but it's not going to be my problem, I don't think. If I don't sell it or it won't sell, then I guess it will be my problem, and I'll just get rid of it. But it does have wood in the bed, so there's like a wood slat bed thing. It's got styrene under it, so someone has like cut that out, made that all flat with styrene, because I believe there's seats back there, and then covered it with wood. It's got like a felt semi-interior thing. It's got a little bit of rug back here. It's whatever. The interior is brown, but like it kind of fits. It's got a couple little highlights in it, like the shifter knob is white, the transfer case shifter knob is white, the actual lever going into the boot is silver, so that's pretty cool. The decals are good. They've painted the steering wheel to look like it's wrapped. In all honesty, it doesn't look bad. Like, it's not great, but it'll definitely get you for a second. Seats have some sort of goop hot glue on them. Assume there was a guy. Oh, that's not hot glue. I don't know what that is. I'm kind of upset that I touched it. Something that held in a guy, I guess. As far as underneath, it has no electronics in it whatsoever, which I knew going into this. Someone has turned the wheels around backwards. This one is wrong. It's not lined up with the triangles, and it's the only one that's like that, and that is not okay. Not okay with me. I have to fix that. The shocks, basic RC4 drive shocks that pretty much just have no oil in them. These are, well, that one's loose, so that's something I'll have to fix, but not terrible. It's got some interesting washers and some hot glue everywhere, so that's interesting. Like I said, it's got some like dents that are, melted into it, however you want to call that. It's definitely been used, so you can kind of see the axles are not rough, but they're definitely ground down as far as the hog heads and everything. The drive shaft, as normal, is making contact at some point in time with the transmission somehow. I'm not sure how that happened, because this thing's limited with up travel. What is I think they got 10 springs in these things or something. That spring is heavy. So, maybe not. It does have an upgraded rear drive shaft, so I think this is just like an Amazon special, but it's the one with like the couplers and stuff on it. RC4 drive dirt grabbers. The wheels are rusted, which is, you know, typical or whatever. Does have the typical TF2 tranny. This is a Jaland 2, whatever you want to call it. The links are a little rough. It just is a rougher trail truck, but like I said, I didn't pay a whole lot for it, and I'm not really going to want a whole lot for it. I'm going to throw some electronics in it and just probably send it on down the line. I'm not 100% sure, but that is the first truck I got, the RC4 drive Jaland 2 D90. It's a cool little truck. You should probably buy it sometime. Next up we have a TF2 K10. This is obviously a newer truck. He said it's only got one run on it, but it was also like a 6-hour long run with some of his friends. So I don't know. I mean, square bodies just called to me to begin with, and I didn't really think much about it, but now that I have this in hand, it's actually pretty freaking cool. Normally I'm not a fan of camo, but this looks like it was actually done correctly. Like, these shapes are well cut, I guess, for colors. So we'll just go over normal top to bottom. Obviously, K10 body, camo, scratched. The windshield, I am not a fan of this. I don't like that. I do have about 15 different windshields that I'll try and get into it, because I really hate this banner up here. Other than that, like, the body looks well built. It is missing one of the turn signal lenses. Oh, both turn signal lenses. They probably got beat off. Nope. They probably got knocked off. The other mirror is missing on the driver's side here, but it is in the little thing back here. It's a receiver box, toolbox thing, whatever. Speaking of which, it's on the outside, so I'll show you here. There's a little toolbox that's got in there. The lid is on by like duct tape strips or something. Not sure. It's cool. I mean, it could probably hold a receiver, the ESC, the battery, if you used a small enough one, whichever. So this mirror is actually here, and unfortunately, the mirror faces are also painted this desert tan. So that's kind of silly, but the tail lights obviously are there. They are good. The tailgate kind of opens. So the tailgate opens, which is cool. Both bumpers are still intact, which usually the front bumper takes a lot of abuse. And sometimes, since the way it is screwed into the body, they will just break off this whole front section here. I just realized this has lights. I can see them. That is really super cool, actually. Speaking of scale details, though, not only does it have lights, but if I can get this freaking hood open, let's see here. It does have the scale V8, you know, doodad wang doodle in it, so it has like an actual engine bay and everything, which I think is actually pretty freaking cool. That actually looks good. It has been cut out a little bit. I'm not sure if they did that to clearance the electronics, the servo, why he did that or whatever, but it has everything, battery, cables, it's got all the spark plug wires and the brake booster and whatever that is that I just disconnected by accident. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's fine. So, it does have the scale V8 bay flop. The one thing that I was a little depressed about is it does have the custom grill, and they use the 73-74 grill, and it is also painted. That sucks, because that's an expensive ass grill and surround to just paint camo, but if it fits your thing, then I guess it fits your thing, right? Giggity. For the interior unfortunately is completely unpainted. It has the decal on the dash, which is whatever. It does have the actual K10 column that pulls the wheel out, so your steering wheel is not like up on the dash like the K5s were. The interior looks fine. Like, it's not, it just sucks that it's not painted. So maybe I can get that off, maybe pry it off with like a small screwdriver or something. Hopefully the glue, whatever he used, will pop off and I can kind of disassemble it and then reassemble it painted. If I don't sell it, I don't want to sell it, but I do probably want to sell it. I don't know. Anywho, so underneath of it, it does have the K44s. It does have some upgraded drive shafts, which is nice. It's got the rallies that have also been painted this tan, but it looks like they were like copper beforehand. I think these are rallies. I'm not sure what in the hell these wheels are, because now that they've been painted, they just look really weird. It does have RC4 drive front hubs as wheel nuts. I don't have the tool for that, so that's going to be a challenge to get out of there. Instead of just a rod or whatever, it does have the shock absorber connecting the servo to the other knuckle. The shocks do seem fine. They may not even have oil in them because they're not leaking, so I'm not sure exactly how he set this up or whatever. One of the key things that I really liked about this truck is it's an actual K10, And a lot of times when you go to buy the K10 and the K5, people have taken a Toyota TF2 and they just slap a K10 body on or whatever. And then you have those round pumpkin Toyota axles, which are fine as far as like drivability, but the look of the whole thing is just thrown way off to me. I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all. But that's just full personal rant. Anyway, TF2 transmission. I think this is R3, whatever these things are called. R2, R3, R2D2. And transfer case, the mount has either been taken off or this has been modified to raise the transfer case up so that way you don't have that shovel in the middle. Like I said, it's got upgraded drive shafts. The tires have been cut, so they've been like paddled almost, so every line is all the way off. Whatever, like that's fine. I probably won't keep these wheels to begin with, so it doesn't really matter if I keep it. I'm not even going to keep it. You know what? It's fine. I'm not even going to keep it. It's fine. Someone else to deal with it. It does have 2 leaf springs on every corner. That way it is soft enough to where it will actually flex, but it's not so soft that you're just bending the hell out of the leaf springs by only running a mono leaf. So that kind of helps. It will help with some anti-wrap bars. I'll either make some or someone will make some. However long this stays with me, we'll figure all that out. But it needs anti-wrap bars on the rear, you know, because all leaf trucks do. He said he took the lift blocks out. Those are in here. There's some random screws and stuff. The receiver box, which I won't really use. And what the hell is that thing? Hang on a second. This is also included. I have no idea what the hell this is. If you know what this is, leave a comment and tell me what this is, because that is a weird looking little thing. Alright, I'll throw that back in the bag. Manual, etc. I don't really see anything else of interest in there, so that is all that. Other than that, I don't really see any other details or points of interest as far as this thing goes. It doesn't have any electronics in it, so even if I pulled the body off, there's really nothing to see other than a TF2 that I'm sure you've seen 47,000 million times. Next! Hey, time out for a second. Did you know that if you're a channel member, you would have seen this a long time ago, and you would have seen this video a day before it comes out? Because that's one of the things I do for my members. So if you're interested, think about becoming a channel member. It's cheap. There's a couple different levels. You get to see things before they come out. You get to see things as I get them, behind the scenes stuff, and you get to see anything that I have for sale before it goes into my group and then out to the public. Speaking of, I do have a group for the actual channel and everything related to the channel. It's Bullman Built RC group on Facebook. Answer the questions though, because if you don't answer the questions, I won't know that you're not a robot, and then I just have to deny you, because that's just how it is. Also, check out the channel page on Facebook, and I am also on Instagram, Bullman Built RC, across the board. Back to the normal action. Alright, this thing has me really freaking excited, honestly. If you don't know, this is an RC4 drive Gelande 2 long wheelbase D110. They don't make these anymore. They're discontinued. I tried looking up like a point of reference as far as price. I couldn't even really find one that was sold on eBay. The only thing I could really find was the D110 that is the Team Raffi or Enduro, one or the other, the non-RC4 drive body. So I'm pretty stoked to have this. My initial thought is to resell it and get money back out of it, make some money, whatever. But like, this thing is rad. I don't 100% like the camel yellow bullshit and the weathering. I really hate that the windows are dirty. That sucks a lot. But I think maybe I could fix that with some flat panel Lexan or something. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't like it. I'm not a fan. 0 out of 10. But it is what it is. It's already done. So it has a different bumper than the D90 does. I'm not sure if this is the factory bumper or not, but it is pretty cool. It's got the grille and the headlight like mesh stuff to protect that. It doesn't have a mirror on this side, and it doesn't have a mirror on that side either. So maybe the mirrors are both broken off. Probably is what it is. It does have this cool rack up top. Like, once again, I don't know if this is factory as well or if this is an add-on. I can only assume that it's factory. I'm not sure. But it does have 3D printed gas, and then whatever you would put in brown. Maybe you poop in this one. I'm not sure. And then you have a little paddle up here. They're all zip tied on, which is holds them in place, but not exactly realistic. So I have a half of a guy. I just noticed that the driver is just waist up, and he's the guy from Jurassic Park. Can't remember his name. Jeff something Bloom, Jeff Goldblum, I think. There's a stack of newspapers a Recon G6 like pamphlet thing, a thing of Coke, a bedroll, of course, a milk crate that's been chewed out by like, I don't know, a beaver or something. And then it looks like there used to be other things that were glued in there because there's little marks on the seat. The seats were semi-detailed. Okay, very cool. So the back seat's 3D printed. It looks like they tried to detail the like insets of the rear seats. And then there's like back seats back in the quarter area. Those are smooth molded plastic, so I'm pretty sure those are factory as well. I don't see any missing windows. I thought, like, I don't think it has a light kit. No, it doesn't have a light kit. So, I mean, it looks pretty stock other than like maybe if this is add-on, and then obviously the pit bulls and the wide wagon wheels are not factory. But, I mean, this thing barely has really, I mean, it's got some scratches on the bottom. I'll kind of show you. But it's not like beat to death. It hasn't been run a whole lot. It does have all the factory electronics in it and all the factory parts. And this thing is just super, super freaking cool. I know I can get my money back and probably make some money, but I also know how rare it is to find these things. So I'm kind of on the fence. Do I want to keep it and sell something else? Because I'm trying not to just collect trucks anymore, like because I'm, you know, don't need anymore. But I kind of like this thing, and like I said, I don't want to call it rarity, but the scarcity of this thing is definitely something that I realize. So I do have like 4 more sets of Ingen weld replicas coming, and part of me really wants to like lift this thing and put it up on Ingens or something just stupid. I don't know, big money in South Africa or some shit. I'm not sure. Wherever the hell these things, England? Shit, I don't know. Fucking Australia? I'm not sure where they are. Anyway, so that is this thing. Like I said, I'm not real fond of the color, but taking it all apart to repaint it is probably not something I'm interested in either. So we'll just have to see. We'll have to see exactly, you know, as always, if someone makes me an offer that I can't refuse, then it will find a new home. But until then, it'll probably hang out here. And I just realized that this thing is so long, it won't sit on my shelf this way. It's going to have to sit this way. Which means if I want to keep it and not make any more room, I have to get rid of 2 trucks. Okay. I appreciate you watching. Make sure to stay around for the bloopers, and I will see you later. Bye. Everybody runs to... Nope. Now I'm making a Monday mailbox shit. Gets up at 2:30 in the morning to make a quick... shit. Balls. Been looking for those. Cool. Shit, assholes. Hungry hippo, feed your big fat face. All the way over there to get a guy, you know, shit, fuck that up. Welcome to Bullman. I don't know if I plan on actually keeping it. Oh, balls ass. Why would you do that? Whatever, it's not my, well, it is my truck, but it wasn't my truck. I'll fix it. Anyway. What the fuck is that? It does have K44, or not K44, shit. It does have a stop, the D210, or damn it. Speaking of my group, Bullman Built RC group, or actually Bullman Built group, Bullman Built RC group. What the fuck is the name of my group? Also check out the page for the channel. Damn it. I've got a list of pedophiles and their home address. So I'm going door to door with my Magnum 44.